Greetings, YouTube. So I decided for live streaming, I might as well just do it, regardless of drawing or not. So this is kind of like my little vlog moments now. And this is just so that I'm not like completely dead on my social media on this YouTube channel, because I'm really not putting out enough content. But anyways, I'm trying to catch up with some wedding planning things. For those of you who don't know, I've been trying to fold 1,000 cranes to help to decorate the space that we have. Very creative. We're actually, because my fiance is a really big, he's a Japanophile, let's face it. He studied abroad in Japan. Luckily, we have a Japanese styled pagoda here in town, so we rented one out, and I was like, let's decorate it with 1,000 cranes, why not? So I don't have all 1,000 yet. I accidentally left like a batch of papers with my sister, whom I will not see until about Thursday. And yeah, so right now, instead I'm just gonna start preparing like when I actually string them together. So this right here is some red cord that I have. Here's some scissors. This is all gonna be very boring because it's just me preparing for my wedding. Measuring tape. Okay. Now let's see. Ooh, 3 feet is, there's like, how many feet? Let's see. I don't actually know how long of a cord I'll need. I'm just stringing 10 cranes together each time. Let's see, it says there's 328 feet here. Again, not sure. I really don't think I'll need 3 feet, but if I can get 100 strings out of that, that's what we're going with. Because I'm also going to be stringing, what are they called? Little gold bells to them, and since Aiden, my fiance, studied some kanji, he's going to write some kanji on some paper that we're also going to string to this thing. So we need this to be 36 inches, which is 3 feet. Ooh, I wonder if that'll even be long. I'm not actually sure that'll even be long enough for everything I have planned. But, you know what, we're going to go with it. We're going to go with 36 inches. So I'm just going to cut a few strands of this stuff, and then I will start stringing some things together. I specifically went out and bought needles for this. Embroidery needles for this. Just because I wasn't sure if a sewing needle would be big enough for the type of cord I'm using. I should probably show you guys my hands, but let me see if I can mount. Actually, let me test that, because I want to mount my camera for when I'm doing traditional drawings, and I'm just gonna see where what this will show if I mount it up here and mount it upside down like I had on my desk. Oh, that's pretty good. Luckily, I'm wearing pants today, so. Is this even correct? Yeah. I don't think I can zoom in, but this is my tomato to hold my sewing needles when I'm done. Okay. But yeah, me and Aiden's schedules don't match up very well, so we only really see each other in the evening. He is going to be home around 5 o'clock today, so in the meantime, I thought I'd be productive and get some wedding stuff done. Just so that I wanted to have this stuff done earlier, obviously, but ooh, I make so many plans, I never get through them all. Is this even working? I think so. I'm gonna guess it is. And I'm going to turn up the volume a little bit on this microphone. I had it down kind of low because I didn't want I didn't want you guys to hear everything going on outside my window. We're right by a busy road, so let's see, I have 5 pieces. Oh, yeah. 5 pieces of string so far. I'm gonna call that. Wait, yeah. I'm just gonna start with that for now. Let me show you guys my big box. This is my, wait, this is upside down, sorry. This is my big box of crayons. Here's my face for comparison. Ugh. And my hands. Anyway, back to what we were doing. Initially I wanted each string of cranes to be like kind of unique, but the way that I did it is that I bought an equal amount of green ones and red ones, and then a smaller amount of gold ones. So I think what I'm gonna do is just have pretty much the same ratio on each string. So 4 mint green ones, 4 coral ones, and then 2 gold ones on each string. And I'm not going to do any tying or any off it or anything, since I still have to get Aiden's calligraphy sheets on here first. He hasn't started because he doesn't start things until I yell at him. But, so this is my needle. I don't know if it's gonna focus. Yeah. We're just putting that through the eye. This shouldn't be that hard. It's a big needle. Okay, cool. Oh, I'm really worried that this won't be enough. Anyways, so I'm just gonna stick it straight through the bottom of each crane and pull it through the tips of their back. I mean, if I could even see where it is. Someone else who did this wrapped them around the cranes instead of pulling them straight through, which I guess saves the paper. But I feel like it's a bit of a waste of string wrapping it. I would have needed my string to be twice as long if I were doing that. Anyway, stringing them through. Oh, they're so cute already. Wait. Let me see if I can do this correctly to show you guys. Okay. Then I'll just do one of these. Ooh. Okay. Sorry, just adjusting the camera for future reference. Let's do one gold. Okay. Maybe this is plenty of string. Look, this is only 4 of them, and I have so much more left. Let's do another green. Anyways, it's kind of this is all kind of like a last minute hustle since I'm getting ready, since I'm getting married pretty much in less than 3 weeks now. I still don't even have a schedule for my photographer. She probably hates me. But, you know, sometimes that's life. And I mean, maybe that photographer is used to this kind of stuff. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I plan to have these hang from the ceilings or like the rafter thingies. Some of these cranes are actually folded incorrectly, so when you pull them out, so usually the top is supposed to expand like this. So a lot, like the first 150 or so don't actually do that because I was folding them the wrong way. I had a couple of the steps mixed up. So I don't know, it'd be nice to be able to pull them out so that they have a little bit more body. But I don't think that may not happen. Oh, they're so cute. Just to show you guys the progress right now. I don't know where I'm gonna store these actually, once I'm done putting them together. That's its own problem, actually. I should probably open up the YouTube studio room live stream chat so I can see if, in case anyone's actually watching this and in case anyone's actually saying anything to me, because y'all are probably feeling pretty ignored. Bloop blop. Where do I go for that? YouTube Studio Beta. And then oh, no dropped frame rates. That makes sense since I'm not using computer power at this point. Other features. Is this the correct window? Yeah, this must be the correct window. I don't know why. Oh, my live stream health is bad suddenly. Video output low. Meh. Okay. I guess that'll just be a problem forever. Anyways, I'm thinking 3 feet is probably a good amount of string for this. I think I'm gonna attach something to the top right here so that it's easier to hang. So it's here, right here. Sorry, you couldn't see. So that it's easier to hang. I was thinking those rings that I can't even think right now. those rings that the binder rings, sorry. Binder rings that like you snap them open like that and then it looks like a W. Hopefully you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I just tied off the end right here and I can pull this bit of string to undo it really quickly. And I guess I'm just gonna hang them in random spots until I don't have space for them. Alright, next string. I mean, I'm glad this desk has this little level where I can just stick my webcam on it and like show you guys what I'm doing with my hands, but I wonder it might be too far out to see my drawings actually. Unless I'm drawing something big. But I'm very familiar, I only like drawing small things. Yeah, it'll be hard to see. I don't think I can zoom in with this camera. I'd have to physically move it lower. Maybe about, I don't know, we'll see. I'll figure it out a different day. Okay, 2 gold, 4 green, 4 red. And let's start with green. Whoop. Red. Hopefully these don't like rip open or fall apart before the day of my wedding because that would suck. I have no time to order more paper. Let's see. Is there anything else I can chat about? Yada yada. Oh my gosh, this crane doesn't even have a head yet. Well, good thing I'm going through every single one. Please don't poke myself on this needle. I usually pick the uglier side to be the head because I like the tail to look nice and neat. Okay, there. Now it has that. Gold. Feels like the right time for a gold one. Whoops. Okay. So for anyone else preparing for a wedding, I highly recommend you leave all the planning and stuff up to somebody else. Like, legit hire someone, because I mean, I'm not even planning anything big, but it's just like really frustrating when you're in the last month and you realize nobody did anything, even though you bugged them months prior. They didn't want to do anything till the last minute, and now you're just a cranky bee getting on everybody's back because they only just started doing what you asked them to do a handful of months ago. And like, I don't know. I'm the kind of person who likes to get things done like as soon as possible, within reason. So it's hard for me when someone tells me they don't have time, and but then they're spending time on, like, you know, personal interests, which I'm not saying you shouldn't spend time on personal interests, but people like to spend, like, people that I know like to spend all their time on their personal interests until the very last minute, and that's where it's an issue for me. I guess this turned into a vent video. I hope not, though. Anyways, I'm trying to get my food situation figured out. I don't know if it's poor planning or poor communication or what, but I tried to go into the place where I ordered the food. I ordered it online because that's how I prefer to do everything. So they sent me the invoice, and I was prepared to pay it, but I prefer to pay in person instead of over the phone. But apparently that store did not have any information on my invoice, so that was kind of annoying. And they told me, well, you'll just have to come back a different day, we can call you back. And I was like, you know what, I'll just email that lady that I emailed, and she'll email you guys because she was supposed to have done so earlier. So I'm gonna check again, maybe tomorrow, maybe Thursday, to see if that has all been squared away. Otherwise I'm just gonna have to find someone else for food, which is annoying, but it happens, I guess. Ugh. Gotta get these. What is that? Anyways, I've been considering, like, maybe my art block might have to do with me not being ready for my wedding. So I'm hoping once this ordeal is over, I will be inspired to draw. I'll be more inspired to draw again. Yoop. Okay. Let's see. One of the things I'm kind of like sad about is I'm not sure if I'm gonna have a first dance. It's kind of, again, less than 3 weeks till the wedding, and I haven't discussed like a song, an official song yet. We haven't talked about how we want to dance because it depends on the song that we pick. I think it was down to 2 because I had Aiden pick out 10 songs that he liked, and then I was just gonna pick my favorite of those ones because we don't really, our musical interests do not really overlap. See, I think I mentioned before, I mentioned the other day that me and Aiden moved out also on July 23rd, and that's been interesting. We haven't been charged for utilities yet, so I'm wondering if that's just something where like you meet the minimum payment first, like minimum charge first, and then they bill you. Because we haven't been charged. We haven't received any notifications about it yet, but we have paid our first month of rent. So that's kind of that's a milestone, kind of. I've never lived on my own before. This is my first time not living with parents. But it's really expensive furnishing the place. At first I was super down to just find free stuff on Craigslist, but then the lease mentioned stuff about bed bugs, and I was like, oh, well, I guess I'm not going to take that risk. So it's been a lot of, it's been a lot of Target runs and forgetting this and forgetting that. Let's see. Oh yeah. Okay. I'm hoping these look cool strung up on the ceiling. I know they're not like super long. They're not actually, yeah, let me see. They're not actually all that long. Let me see if I can grab one of these. So it's only about, it's about 1.5 feet so far. And I guess with an extra thing it'll be about 2 feet long after we add the calligraphy. But if the ceilings are like too high, it'd probably be unnoticed. Yeah, for some reason I thought these would take a lot longer, but it's going by pretty swiftly. Although I'm sure it's probably not very fun watching. But yeah, I really wanted to fold. I really wanted to use paper cranes as a decoration because, you know, I'm a crafty person. I like to do things. I like to make things with my hands. I say, even though I'm a digital artist, and people assume that doesn't require hands. I guess I don't know. So earlier this year, around MiyakoCon, I went and made myself a bunch of 11 by 17 posters that featured art that I made over the years. So, like, the first poster is artworks from 2013, the second one's from 2014, and so on till 2018. And I plan on hanging them around my side of the apartment. Well, because me and Aiden have our desks both in the living room because there's no space in our bedroom. So one side is my side and the other side is his side, and I want to put my summary of art progresses on the walls by my desk. So it should be fun. Hopefully it looks okay on the walls. Hopefully the command strips work like they're supposed to. And hopefully it doesn't damage the paint because Mila has damaged some paint with her command strips. But yeah, I was saying it's interesting living without parents. I would say the weirdest part for me is like buying your own food, cause I don't know. It's like I buy it and then I'm not in the mood for it like ever. So we've been having snacks. We've mostly been eating what's around the house, but it's very interesting. Like when I was living with Aiden's parents, they always buy the same things. And it's the same with my parents. They always buy the same thing every week or so. But, you know, so it was easy to just pick something and then eat it because it's like you already know it wasn't your decision, so you just enjoy what you have. But now it's kind of like, I guess a part of me is wishing I bought other stuff. I don't know. I made myself my own pickled veggies, Vietnamese pickled veggies. They wound up very tart. So I'm not sure that I like them all that much because I prefer sweeter pickled veggies. I've eaten them in 2 dishes now. The first one was a sandwich, and the second one was with eggs over rice. I don't know how to feel about them. I should probably eat more though. I heard pickled veggies are actually good for your health. The counters here are, gosh, so some of the shelves are too tall for me, so we had to buy a step stool. That was an expense I wasn't considering. The closet here is huge, but I have so much stuff that, like, it doesn't matter. We have a view of a couple of nice big trees right outside our window. The room is a little bit cheaper because we don't have a view of the bay, we just have a view of the street, which I'm perfectly fine with. I don't need a view of the water. I can see it when I walked down to the waterfront. It's only like, it's a 30-minute walk, and I'm a walker. Ah! Ah! Yeah, okay. I've been considering getting into cross stitch. Not like not any serious interest, just kind of like, I wonder if I should get into that. Because I feel like it'd be, here's what it is. I feel like it'd be easy to make my own patterns if I did cross stitch. Because crochet takes forever, and if I do crochet, the only thing I would be able to make nicely are, you know, toys, and I don't really want to make toys. Although I guess I could make themed scarves, but those, they can only be so interesting if you're sticking to only crochet. But you never know, I guess. Yeah, I was just thinking about that because these are embroidery needles. Okay. So we've got 5 strings ready for bells. Ready for bells and ready for paper, calligraphy. I really hope these make the ceilings look cool. We also decided, I also decided against flowers because they're just gonna die, and I was like, well, if I bring fake flowers, I don't know. I wasn't sure about fake flowers either, because some of my family is kind of, they talk, you know what I'm saying? And so I felt kind of like maybe I shouldn't do fake flowers or they're gonna talk. So I'm doing bamboo centerpieces for the tables. Well, I'm planning on it because we don't have the bamboo yet. And I'm gonna do, so instead of walking with a bouquet, I was looking through lists of other things I could do, and I was like, oh, I could totally walk with one of those paper parasols. That'd be okay. So I have a paper parasol. All right. Oh, I gotta cut more string. Where is that measuring tape? Gone forever, I guess. Found it. Okay. So originally the purpose of this measuring tape was to keep an eye on my waistline. But luckily it serves better purposes than that as well. Okay, 36. All right. Oh, when I was thinking really hard about what color cord to use to hang these, because I wasn't sure, should I just stick with the theme, should I do white, but I had it in my head for a while that I should probably just do red, because of the, and I think it's an Asian thing, what do you call them? I can't think of the word. but like the Red String of Fate story, where you and your soulmate are tied together by a red string on your pinkies. I think so. I first heard about that in Tenchi Muyo, and I always thought it was a fascinating idea. Ah, what? So that's the color I decided to go through when making these. And I'm wondering, I'm not sure if it's all that important to add into the ceremony, but my sister's officiating it, so I'll talk to her one of these days. Oh, on Thursday we're gonna hang out. Okay. I also thought about, so instead of just stringing them together, I thought about making a mobile, because I made one in, well, I made a couple at university, but then I figured it's probably too much work. It was probably, yeah, so going with something simpler and just stringing them together, as is the tradition. Some of these are getting kind of long. Okay. Okay, we'll just leave it at that many, however many I just cut. Oh, I watched this weird movie the other day called... It was a Disney movie. It was... Shoot. Why is my memory so bad? The Nutcracker in the Four Realms. And it was interesting. It was of course it was a action fantasy version of, well, I guess the original play was already action fantasy, but even more action fantasy than the original. Except, so I think in the original Nutcracker, so the Mouse King, right? In one version he had like 7 heads, and it was gross, because I guess he represented the seven true sins of the Holy Bible. But in this movie, the Mouse King wasn't important / didn't really exist much. I'm not going to spoil it, who the actual villain is, but you can kind of see it coming from a mile away, because one of the characters is kind of fishy. The Nutcracker really didn't do shit, which is kind of annoying. Like, if you're going to name the movie after the Nutcracker should be important. Sorry, that was really hard to pull this one through. As with every heroine type movie, her mother was dead, you know? Always gotta start with that. I think it was an okay movie overall. I can't remember exactly what I was doing. I must have been folding cranes still while I was watching it, because that's all I've been doing this week, is folding cranes. Oh shoot, it's stuck again. You dang needle. In other news, back on the subject of living in our apartment, so it wasn't actually ready to go on move-in day. We actually had to wait a couple hours because I'm to finish a few things, which is kind of like, why? But, what else? Oh, we already need maintenance because they never installed a blind in our living room. So my desk gets all the sunlight just because of the direction that the sun is moving. So it's really hard to sit down and get things done at my desk usually. So for a while I was just using Aiden's desk. But also this desk was super messy, so. I mean, it's messy now because of all these cranes. Okay. Where? Okay. Ooh. I'm gonna take a picture of this clump that's hanging by my desk right now. If I could find my phone. 1 second, people. Okay, phone found. I'm gonna post it on my Instagram page. It's just an interesting clump. Clump of cranes. Ready for the value. Okay. I'll just post it to post. You can only post to one and wait, what? I don't know. I need to take a pill, I forgot. also supposed to do laundry today. Let's get some more strings. Whoops. I still have 2 hours till Aiden is home, so 2.5-ish. So I'm gonna keep working on this cranes. Anyways, the biggest hiccup has been trying to find like a consistent coral color. It seems to be different everywhere. Everything that's labeled coral is a different color. At first I wanted coral pink, but then it seemed like coral red made more sense. But, it's been a struggle. My mom's been looking forever for a dress. She finally found one, but it took a while. I don't want the gold ones right next to each other. They need to shine. I'm sorry, I should do this so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. I'm gonna be honest, I think part of the reason I want to live stream is so that I have some human interaction. Ish. What next? Then gold. I'm actually considering going down to the restaurant where I work and buying one of their special plates. Because they're a German restaurant, so it's mostly sausages, but sometimes they have something that I'm very interested in. And today that thing is a falafel plate, because there's nothing I love more than falafel. Unless, like, we break it down into categories, because I do love mangoes. Those are probably my favorite fruit. Did I have any other favorites? I don't know. I can't think right now. Apricots are pretty good. Asian pears are really good. Oh, back to apartment stuff. So we did get a free love seat from a garage sale. Oh God, I'm gonna run out of space. But it's kind of stained with stuff. It's an off-white color. Right now we have Aiden's old bed cover on it. But I paid for a nice fitted sheet on Amazon earlier today. So we should be getting that in a couple weeks because I didn't want to pay for shipping. We barely have room for all of our appliances. Someone actually, so I went registry crazy and I was like, who knows where we're gonna live? Let me just add all this kitchen stuff because I like fancy gadgets. Fancy kitchen gadgets. So anyway, someone bought us a 17-piece cookware set that I asked for, and I love it. I haven't shipped it here yet because we only just got it the other day, or it was only purchased the other day. And as I said, we barely have room for the appliances we currently have. So, gonna have to talk to Aiden about what we want to do about storage. My mom was like, well, just keep it in the box until you move into a bigger place. I was like, I don't know about that because if I have it sent to us now, I'm going to want to use it. But, you know, whatever. I'll get around to it. I used my blender twice now. I used my electric kettle a couple times. Microwave has not been used yet. I'm actually thinking of having a burrito right now. Microwave burrito. I don't know. I'm keeping like I'm trying to keep this stream like very much about my personal stuff since I'm working on wedding stuff. It doesn't really make sense for me to talk about plans that I have with my art, especially since I am suffering from art block. I did make some progress on a manga page the other night. But then I woke up today feeling, and I got all in a tizzy about what isn't ready for the wedding. So I'm not going to be working on that again until I get this crane stuff situated. And until I find my checkbooks because, God, I guess I lost them. Because they are not anywhere to be found. Okay. Hopefully I'm doing my math right. This is 10. 10. Okay. I'm sleepy. Okay, I am gonna take a break. I am gonna eat a burrito, and then I will be back. Or I can eat the burrito here, and you can all just listen to me eating. We actually don't have a table, so yeah, we've just been eating at our desks. I will say one of the nicest things about living in your own place though is that I can I can live stream without feeling like I need to be quiet. Of course there are quiet hours here technically because of course you live in a complex, people can hear you if you're not being careful, like when someone's shower is running, I can hear it upstairs, my upstairs neighbor, I don't care. But yeah, other than that, I can live stream whenever I want without feeling like, without feeling embarrassed, I guess. Ah! Oh gosh, don't stab me. It fell. Okay, I'm gonna warm up that burrito a little bit longer, because I want it to be heated through evenly. Okay, come on. Needle. Okay. Good. Okay. Never mind, it's pretty hot, so I'm just gonna let the burrito sit until it's like not so hot. Oh gosh, this is the one that's already attached. Okay. Work has been pretty chill recently. The rushes don't really get to me that much, like at either place, the place where I host or the restaurant where I make bubble tea. It's all been kind of chill, and I think it's because I'm waiting very patiently for my time off for my wedding. But you know. Yeah, I'm almost thinking I should request extra days off. I mean, originally I wanted to request 2 full weeks, but then I was like, oh, let me just do 10 days because I don't want to leave people hanging. But one of my coworkers was totally like, hey, just take the 2 weeks off. What she said was, you don't want to work at a place that doesn't give you what you want, or that won't give you what you want. I was like, that's fair, you know. But I don't know. I also need the money for utilities and groceries because of how we're dividing our finances for living together. I think I've been sleeping really well here. I wake up at exactly 9 o'clock. I mean, it helps that I have an alarm, I guess. But that's when I am at my most awake in the morning, is 9 o'clock. Aiden gets up earlier because he works earlier. He always tries to talk to me, but it's hard to talk back when you're not even awake, you know? Ooh, it's way too hot. Still talking about my burrito. Waiting for it to be an edible temperature. I actually burned my tongue really badly on Sunday because Aiden's, well, so for black tea, you boil the water, because every tea has a different temperature that it's supposed to be brewed at. But for black tea, it's boiled water. And Aiden's, this tumbler or this thermos that his sister bought him keeps drinks at the temperature that you pour them into the thing for 12 hours. And I, thinking, fuck it, Aiden left it open for a few minutes, maybe it's warm enough for me to drink. It wasn't. It burned my tongue. In fact, I let the liquid spill onto the ground because I didn't even want to bother. So it fell onto the ground from my mouth because that's just how hot it was. And my tongue is still burnt, but I can taste things. It's just still in the process of healing, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. 2 more. Okay. Bloop, bleep, blop. I was considering buying rice paper so I could make, spring rolls. Then I realized I don't have peanut sauce to dip it in. So I decided against buying rice paper because I also don't have meat to put in my spring roll. I just wanted it so that I could wrap and actually maybe I can. But I wanted something to eat my pickled veggies with. I was like, spring rolls are good. I could load my spring roll up with pickled veggie. And maybe I still will, but I also need to buy greens to wrap with it. Salad greens, probably. Okay. I'm getting ideas now. I wonder if those meal delivery, those services that deliver you food and it comes with a recipe, I wonder if they deliver to apartments. I'm not actually sure. Oh wait, they must though, because I was at my college dorm, I signed up for a delivery service that was similar to that. It was nice while it lasted, but I really only got stuff like honey, because I love honey. Dang it, needle. Okay, there we go. Oh, sorry, you guys can't see me anymore. Okay. Let's go. That's another thing I need for this desk is a lamp to light up my drawings, my workspace, because Aiden's using the current lamp on this desk to light the room. So, you know, it can't light the room and my drawing at the same time. Okay. Ha! I'm gonna screw up the pattern and ruin the people with OCD. Sorry, guys. Okay, oh my gosh. Come on! You're a needle! Go through. Oh my gosh. Okay, cool. Got it. We got it. I'm struggling. There we go. Sorry, I'm just gonna eat my burrito real quick. Ah! It burst open. No! Sorry, I just ran into my paper birds. So sad. Okay. Back to cranes. Okay. I think I'm gonna end the stream after this one just cause like it's nice talking. It's nice talking to you randos, but I don't know. I think I've run out of stuff to share. And I'm starting to feel like a crazy lady, just talking to myself. Oh my god, excuse me. I'm so sorry. Oh, do you guys want to see my favorite little toy? I got it at, did I get it at KomoriCon? I can't remember where I got it. I think it was KomoriCon, because that one, was that one? I can't remember anymore. It was a bigger convention. And I got this cute little squishy. It's the penis toy. I don't know, I've seen it before and I always thought it was super cute, but I knew Aiden wouldn't want me to get a plush because it creeps him out. So I just got this really tiny squishy one, which probably creeps him out even more because it's squishy. Squish. Squishy. I had to take him out of his plastic bag. Otherwise I would have kept it in the plastic bag so that he didn't get all dusty. But there was a bug in it. So I kept the bug in it while I pulled my little squishy out, and then I covered it with a napkin, squished it, and then threw it away. Oh my gosh, are these attached? No. This is kind of soothing, kind of. Just sitting. A little bit, much nicer than like crouching over and folding a bunch of paper. A little bit irritating that I have to pull so hard sometimes, but still pretty good. Ow! Ah! Sorry, I tried to bite it and pull because my teeth have better grip than my fingers. But I have to grab it exactly right. I'm tired. Oh no. Whatever. I don't care anymore. I was trying to make sure the needle pokes directly through the center of the back where it folds, but I'm getting a little lazy. Oh gosh, the hole in the bottom of this one looks a little too small to pull. Oh no, it's good. Okay, cool. Eh, okay. Alright guys, thanks for watching me craft and listening to me ramble, but I am gonna shut her down. I'm probably gonna continue live streaming random things until I start drawing more, in which case I'll hopefully be live streaming my drawings. But yeah, so far drawing while live streaming gives me too much anxiety. Anyways, I will see you guys next time. I hope you guys watched my Miyako-Con mascot video. That was a lot of fun to draw, even though I didn't win. Teardrops. But yeah, see you guys next time. Bye.